Hello again, my dear babies. Welcome to the reading. Reading, sorry. The teaching about the sacred city of GodGoddess. Okay, so we were talking about the Scorpio district and the Sagittarius district. So the Sagittarius district, as I said, gurus, teachers, the higher learning, also a place of universities and not universities like you see them nowadays. No, universities as with really what how a university is meant to be, where people just go so that they can talk about important topics such as philosophical, religious philosophy, spiritual philosophy, places where they can discuss the Vedas or the Puranas or the Tantras, all of that. Places where the philosophers of the city come to really discuss the things with purpose, you know? And by the way, libraries will be here. And this is as I said, the lower learning district. This is where the lower learning type of library will be. And also libraries will be here. Libraries about plants and their uses. And also here with the most sensitive type of knowledge, like the type of knowledge that you have to ascend to, the type of knowledge that is for the initiated. And here in the Sagittarius district, the huge libraries will be with, as I said, sacred literature and literature where, works from which you can learn a lot about your history as a species, your purpose onto this world, your family of the stars, your heritage, your body, your own physical and non-physical bodies. And this can happen in both districts, learning about this. And it's basically the Sagittarius district is meant to be the big source of knowledge. This is what the ninth house is about. Important knowledge that is not just about how to make I don't know, daily stuff that is oriented towards details, like a tutorial for how to make a dress. This is in the Gemini district. Things happening, things which you need to know, to learn for the manifested, for making things, creating things, dealing with the manifested. Here is where you learn how to detach from the manifested, which is the lower portion of the zodiac, and ascend more into the non-physical, approach more and more and more and more the non-physical, so that you can fully leave the physical world, or at least the human way of incarnation. So as I said, the zodiac is a wheel of knowledge, a table of knowledge, and a guide of initiation. It shows the trajectory of human evolution as soul. Okay. So this is where the huge libraries are. And the teachers, the universities, the gurus, people coming together to talk about the utmost important stuff, the purpose. Knowledge with purpose that is less for the physical world and more for the, it can also be for the physical world, but more in terms of the big picture. So as I said, here the example is how to make a dress. Here is how to understand your chakras, which is more substantial. Okay. And ethics, as I said, morals, ninth house. So ninth house is it can be the most important house. Actually in the personal birth charts, looking at the Lord of the ninth house, well, the Lord of the ninth house is the most important Lord in the whole chart. More important even than the Lord of the Ascendant. Okay. And the ninth house is what gives morals so that you can be honorable. No, okay. Okay. Some filthy neighbors stopped the car in front of the apartment block, and they were playing music really out loud, and in a really fantastic way, when I stopped and looked like that, it stopped. Ooh. Okay. Now, I love silence. Peace. Okay. In the Capricorn district, as I said, people who are meant to be at the peak of the pyramid, of the social pyramid, because they have a duty towards the whole of the pyramid so that the pyramid keeps its structure. So these are the organizers of the whole community. This is also the place of the architects. So it must be next to the astrologers. Whew. Okay, and this is the, yes, the this is where the system of the system, I don't want to use that word. As I said, Capricorn on a physical level, when it comes to the physical body of a human, Capricorn governs the bones. So similarly, the 10th house of the community will be the bone, will give the bones of that community, the structure of that community, and will be able to keep it. Here is where people from all the other districts, from all the other districts, will come to centralize the state, the state of being of the community. Here is where the, well, in my case, the community I build with my friends, the 144,000. Well, I know it sounds a little bit weird because it means I'm just... But fuck it, man, I'll just leave aside the preconceptions. It's monarchy. So this is where the king will have the talks with the royal apparatus. Think that it's a little bit of how should I say it? Now, this is body language for please don't say this. When you want to say something and you do this, it's please don't say this. Why? Because it's a sensitive topic. Because monarchy has been dragged into mud by corrupted beings. But monarchy is not supposed to be that. Monarchy is supposed to really be leading humans into their excellence. And this is why it's a little bit hard to say where exactly should the king reside, because kingship, royalty is given by Leo and the sun. But this is in the lower portion of the zodiac. So as I said, the palace is meant to be here because the whole royal apparatus, here you go, it's a whole royal apparatus, and they come from Libra. It's very beautiful because, as I said, Libra governs aesthetics, and there will be a lot of art in the Libra district, and also gardens. And there will be an entrance to the city through the gardens of Libra. That's how I want them to be named, the gardens of Libra. Yes. And and if you're wondering where I'm getting all this information from myself, I'm getting this information because I came incarnate to lead you into your excellence. Okay. So there will be the gardens of Libra and an entrance to the palace through the Libra gardens. Obviously there will be more entrances, yes. But it's interesting that in order to get into the palace, you have to go at first through the halls of Scorpio. So you must meet your fears. Okay. And as I said, here will be here is from my perspective, this is the most substantial district, these two. Because they are all about knowledge and purpose. And in the Capricorn district, here is the main work of the royal apparatus dedicated to, as I said, keeping the structure of the city. So here is where on a regular basis the current state of the community is discussed, analyzed by the royal apparatus, by the king and queen, and the whole thing is that each district will have a, let's say, some kind of like an ambassador, something like someone who or more, 1, 2, 3 people from each district coming at these meetings in the Capricorn district, the royal meetings, the councils, where they will discuss the state of the city. And this state of the city must be maintained in order, proper order, by the royal apparatus. But this is, again, I put a lot of emphasis on this. This is why the 10th house must come after the integration of the 9th house. Because the 9th house gives morals. And someone cannot be ruler without them. I still use the word ruler, fucking shit. Must be leader. Someone cannot be king without being honorable and having a strong sense of purpose and morals. Okay. And it's yes, I am bringing back the monarchy through this knowledge of the sacred city. So it will be a lot, and it's it's a very sensitive topic for many people, but I would love to see such thing as houses again. You know what I mean by houses? Like it used to be in um in the Middle East, but not like in the Middle East. Not like that where houses fight against one another. No. But it is something nice to keep a line of houses and to have a royal apparatus full-time dedicated to this. Okay, so this is where the meetings will happen, the councils. There will be councils on a larger scale, meaning, and yes, they can be attended by the rest of the people in the city if they want to get involved. And those of you who will have things to say, like in like arguments against monarchy, things that once humanity enters a more advanced state, the real purpose of monarchy will come into the manifested again, which is that of initiated souls coming incarnate in those sacred bloodlines, royal bloodlines. It won't be like the corrupted beings of the nowadays. Initiated people, souls, wanting to dedicate themselves to such a high purpose of leading a whole group of people into their excellence, of leading a community. They will come incarnate in the royal bloodlines. Okay. There is great meaning in with Jesus being the root of David, and this is why they killed him. But fuck that. I still have trauma from that. I still haven't healed that. Oh fuck. Okay. Ooh. Now, there will be larger councils where ambassadors from each district will come. So yes, there will be councils of the councils in each district to talk about the state that they are in, and ambassadors from the those districts will come with that updated knowledge of the current state of each district, will come with that at the councils in the organized in the 10th house district, and there it will be discussed, and they will see what is needed for the community so that the needs of the community are met. And there will be, of course, this happens by practice. How these will exactly happen, we need to make them happen to see the best way of them happening. And each city will have its own. So let's say for some people the basis, the regular basis on which they happen will be once every 2 weeks. For another community it may be once every 3 weeks, and so on. And it may change throughout time. Whew. But this is the main idea. Okay. Then and I still have a lot to say about this. And in the Aquarius district, here will be the astrologers, the more on-point astrologers, the ones who will actually interpret the birth charts. As I said, here is the esoteric astrology with priests and priestesses, and here is the per se astrology, of people interpreting your birth charts, and astronomers, people looking at the skies, analyzing them, and giving the knowledge of Uranus being in whatever sign it is at this point, Venus being in whatever sign she is at this point, and so on. And they will be the thing is that from like a portion of Capricorn district and a portion of Aquarius district will be united into tracking time. Why? Because time will be tracked by astrological movements and by the equinoxes and solstices. And yes, each moment, each equinox and solstice will be a holy day, a celebration will happen at each equinox and solstice in the community. Okay. And yes, whenever the people want to do it, they can gather in front of the Aries gate or the crab gate or the Virgo gate. Whenever the sun enters Aries or the crab or Virgo or whatever sign, when the sun enters that sign, there can be a celebration in front of that sign's gate for those people to start that season, the Aries season or Gemini season or whatever season, to start it with joy. Okay. And this is also where the scientists will be. And I said something about the architects of the city. So also an intersection of the Capricorn and Aquarius districts will be that of the architects. Because as I said, they mustn't do anything without the knowledge of the astrological omens and the astrological movements, how right it is for something to happen at a certain point, a certain time. And let's say there is need for a new building in the city. Well, which exactly is the best place for that building? Consult the astrologers. Okay. And then the Pisces. Pardon me. Aquarius and Gemini districts are also districts of anything electrical, like electronics, all of that, just electricity, and electric energy distribution will also be at a junction of Capricorn and Aquarius, because it's, or not really Capricorn, I don't think, well, it depends, but we could have the headquarters of electrical energy distribution just in Aquarius district as well. So yes, electricity comes from Aquarius, and this is where astrology is taught and learned. And well, these are the two districts of astrology, as I said. And here in Pisces, here is where the doctors will be, the doctors of, like, here is where the doctors of plants, the plant doctors, the herbalists will be. And here is where the doctors, like in healing doctors, people who are powerful healers, this is where they will be, they will do the healing. Also, there's the question of any kind of medicine, any kind of like surgeries. That's related to Scorpio, actually. Surgeries, because it's an intervention, and Scorpio is the energy which goes inside into the into the unseen, the usually unseen parts of something. And a surgery is basically going into the unseen parts of the body. So that's why it's ruled by Scorpio. Okay. And here it's a district of meditations. Yoga as well. Yoga is somewhere in between Pisces and Aries because it's about the body, and Aries is about the body, the muscles. And yoga is about using the physical body to transcend, to get into certain states of consciousness which are above the norm. And this is about Pisces, transcending. And yoga will happen somewhere in between Aries and Pisces. But also spiritual rituals that are, again, that need to happen in a more intimate way. Let's say, again, with sense, like shamans, taking sacred drinks, like combinations of plants again, and taking them to go in other worlds, like ayahuasca. This happens in the Pisces district as well. This is where the shamans can reside as well. And well, as I said, the doctors, the healers. It's 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 a beautiful district, and it's also another district of art, but art which is just, it seems otherworldly, and music, but music which is again otherworldly, like music of other realms, like the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. If let's say there was a group of people wanting to having all the instruments required, so basically an orchestra, wanting to play the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, that would happen in the Pisces district, or the Saurus district, or the Libra district. But then again, it's great to talk about this because Pisces also rules silence. Beautiful, beautiful music and silence. Thing is that there is something about Pisces. Pisces rules silence and peace, and like mental peace, a piece of the non-human realms. Libra is peace in the human realm, and Pisces is peace of the transcendental realms. And Pisces also rules silence and music, but a certain type of music, a music that seems to come from the divine, a music that whether you listen to silence or that kind of music, it's the same thing. It's great wisdom in what I just said. It's that kind of music which allows you to hear that which you couldn't hear in the human world, that which is from the above realms, from the other realms. Okay. So this is primarily the wisdom of the zodiac reflected in the sacred city, and this is how it should look like. And then we're talking about the seasons, so spring, summer, autumn, winter, and celebrations of the seasons and the movement of nature. But this is, as I said, connected to the equinoxes and solstices, and all of that. So this is the basis, the basis of knowledge that a group of people need to know to start a community that would get to manifest itself as a sacred city. This is how you must approach this. I love you. I thank you for coming incarnate at this time in this world, and you will all be amazed by the unfolding of things in this lifetime. I love you.